was one of them which was closed. So it means sometimes you have many NGOs, and this happens also in our countries. We have NGOs, but they are not effective, they are not working. In name, they are there, but in reality, they are not doing anything. So we need to check this. How many of them working, how many of them not working? The third thing I might comment also, their connection with the government. Like Ministry of Education, do they benefit from these NGOs?
We were planning to meet with Minister, but on Friday, but he had a lot of government meeting on Friday, so we couldn't go there.
Okay, but you're gonna meet him. You're going to meet him. Okay. يعني Ministry of Education, Chamber of Commerce, what they are doing with these NGOs? Are they helping them? Or for example, Ministry of Education, they can bring these NGOs inside the schools, so that they market the NGO, right? Okay. Any comments? Other comments?
Other groups, what do you think?
What you can benefit from them? Prof. Amala, can you benefit from this team?
I find similar. They try with the football club Jedinstvo, and their intention the same. We try to with Chamber of Commerce to make connections and to inspire maybe a Chamber of Commerce
To do projects.
to do projects. Yes. I found that those two teams
are trying to open more.
Yes.
Because one of the benefits of the team is that they start to inspire other teams, inspire other society. You don't need to do only your project.
Yes.
You start to spread the message.
Yes.
And this is why the intention, we think you have power much more than us. You are now in a better place than us. Now, يعني we cannot do many things. While you, as Ali was saying, you can do many things at one time. You have a lot of spare time to do many things. Okay, excellent. Jasmine, any comments?
Bala and Edina are my inspiration for next step.
Even sorry, Dr. Mohammed, even more, because I think that two of them are the youngest from the group.
Yeah, and also the third guy.
We're all
Kenan.
We're the youngest.
Yes. Okay. Now, Jasmine, any comment?
I think that the girls did a great job because they are the youngest here, and they did their presentation on some other way than we did, our group, my group.
Yeah.
So
eye-opener.
Yes, of course. I think that they can be an inspiration for all the teams. They were alone, the two of them were alone. They
most of the time.
yes, of course. And they did some other approach to do their presentation. They did interviews, whereas my group did questionnaires. So we see differences in presenting the results.
Yes.
Almost similar results, but the difference in presenting. So it's really good. You see?
Yes.
He agrees. And well done, girls.
Excellent. Okay, Prof. Azra, any comment for this team?
Ooh.
No comment. Harris, any comment? To improvement. Help them now. Harris, don't say very always good words only. Anything for improvement, to improve the representation?
I think they did a great job. I don't have any other advice for them.
Okay.
And don't you see the link between their projects and your projects? I mean, their projects, it's very linked to the quality of life project. If they, for example, to migration project, if they work with a football team, they raise, this, in the youth, you can bring them through sport and these things more. This will help in mitigation and reducing migration problem. If they work with them, this will help entrepreneurial groups. And of course, I will not work in volunteer work if my values and ethics are not high, because I need the value team. So here where you can see the connection between team and each project, if it's worked well, you can benefit of it. And even some of their interviews results, you can add it to yours, so you make it more added as a result that you can use.
يعني they have in their team. I'm not sure about Adina and Iqbala. I know that they are doing also other work and for competition and so on. But like they have Kanan in their team. Kanan, I'm not sure if all of you met him. but he's
He was in the picture.
He have many NGO connections.
Union.
And he's young, but still he have many NGO connections. Why? What makes? How can we make more of Canaan? You know colonization.
Yeah.
Colonization is your job. Colonization, right? How can we make more Canaan Bihar? Okay, because they need more Canaans. Okay, the more we make Canaans, the more Bihar will be stronger. Okay, and the more we'll have stability. You know, people will not migrate because he's young. He feels that he have the power to be in many places. Right? So this is what I think values team can focus on, Selma. Okay? Increasing the good examples. So you don't need to meet everyone. You meet only the good examples, interview them, and say, okay, what makes you Canaan like this? What is the values that you have in your life? What makes you different? Okay, we call it this technique, we call it appreciative inquiry. You look for the good one and focus on the good one. Okay? And try to increase this type of people in the country or the city. Yeah. Okay. Any comments? خلاص? Selma, any comments? Sunaida? No? Okay.
Jalila.
Sister Jalila, any comments?
Yeah, I just wanted to ask. I didn't notice really, but don't. I don't blame you. I'm a bit sick, so I don't pay attention very well. While you were doing your research, did you ask young people what they think of NGOs, whether they want to include? I'm sorry, I didn't notice that part. But did you do that?
No, we focused because we started doing this project from Monday, and we had full schedule of meetings with organizations, but we were planning for next week with youth to include.
Okay, just read that because I think you need that.
Good idea, good idea.
You know, to have what young people think about that, you know.
Yes.
We are to make a lot of NGOs, or maybe those people are saying that they had an NGO but it wasn't successful. Why? What do young people think? What should be like in NGOs the most important in NGOs? Are they interested in?
Yeah.
That's my opinion.
Yeah.
And Jalila, inshallah, she'll be prof also, inshallah. That is highlighting something. Sometimes most of us will forget. We do interview, we do questionnaire, but sometimes we forget to do focus group. You might bring people here, in this room or any other room. Let's sit down with them and make discussion with them and make it like Al Jazeera interview that we sent to you, okay? And see how they react and how they feel and so on.
Yes.
But positive way, not Al Jazeera interview. I commented in my Al Jazeera interview. It's good, but it's always negative way. What you want?
Raise the problem.
Raising problem. Here, no. How we can make something better, more than talk about
Raising
politics,
solution.
Okay, no, this will not solve the problem. That's maybe you can make this focus group.
Yes, and also what we can get from Sister Jalila's comments, like for example, in quality of life, they focus on the youth point of view, not the service provider or policymakers. While here, this team, they focus on the point of view of policymakers, service providers, not the youth. So maybe in each team, if we make the triangulations, we take the point of view of youth, the policymakers, service providers, and then here we can merge all views together so we can have a better holistic view.
I will help you on this, huh? You know,
So you've done half of the job,
Yes.
done half of the job, now you need to complement it so you can use it, or even you can use each other's findings and you'll have it.
Okay,
all.
so let's give them applause again. Very good job, inshallah. Very good job.
Change in our presentation, so don't be too serious with us.
Okay. Better they become serious with you now, better than the jury. So,
Yes. Listening and watching other teams and their presentations, we find some emptiness in ours, but we
لا
will, before the forum, we will
inshallah.
improve our presentation more.
And this is the purpose why me and Azra, Prof. Azra said, and we want to create a type of competition between you, because we want to go to the forum and really all of us are prepared as much as we can. Yes. Yeah.
Okay. Okay. We are the migration team.
Just a minute. No virus. Yeah.
Written test, but we
We
will.
should
You
put
can
this
have-
maybe on 2 or 3
Yes,
slides.
later.
Okay.
No.
Yes, yes.
Okay. Our commitment in inspiration curacy within this project is that Bosnia and Herzegovina is the second country in Europe in terms of volume migration. We have 39% of total population who have emigrated. Implementation story of our project would be based on type of migration observation factors.
Again,
that
this
we
39
realized-
from the statistics of 2014, right? Yes.
13.
13.
13.
So it's
You
good
just need
put,
to add it.
You know, star and put see where is the references.
Okay. Those factors we realized from the answers to the questionnaire in the area of our canton. The main help that the project in inspiration, sociality and youth will bring to our community is to bring ideas and encouragement to young people. The project could be triggering inspiration in projects such as representing the natural resource of our nature. This project sends a message, yes, I can be successful in my own area, I can help economic development of my country, and I'm a human being that can make the difference. The focus of this project could be representing successful stories from our area. The project is based on answers we collected from the questionnaire. It helps to discover potential of every youth person in our area, and changing our views on life and views of success, we can make a difference. How I said, the Bosnia and Herzegovina is the second country in Europe in terms of volume migration, and this statistic is the task that we should change, and our task is to change this 39% that emigrated from Bosnia and Herzegovina.
To reduce the risk of this, not to change this.
The risk.
Right? Yeah, this is your goal, is to reduce the risk.
Yes.
Yes.
And
We spoke about, with Dr. Dunya and Dr. Mohammed spoke about that our risk categories may be colored with green, with yellow, and with red. Red means those who are very risk. Yellow are those that we could work with them as a potential to become from yellow color to become green color.
And red color will be those who emigrated and don't have plans to come back in this country.
Deserted their family, deserted their country, and so on. Yes.
Yes. The green one or the good one are those who emigrated to maybe on studies and they will come back with better
Knowledge, wealth.
Economy.
And the yellow one are the one who lives here but are planning to go.
Yes, their mind already in there.
Yes.
They are thinking about the best and other.
Okay. Focused area of this project is inspiring the youth, because we have the very available natural resources, but we don't know the possibility of what that our environment offers, and we don't know how to work with that. So we need ideas, inspiration, and help. And we should get that help learning from the successful stories we should present. These are institutions that can help us and that we connected.
Already you are connected, you are visiting, or already you have managed to meet them, right? Yes.
We are the few profundus connections we done with Chamber of Commerce,
Okay.
and we expected her secretary to come on the forum and to present their experience to
Okay.
the forum.
Okay.
And we are trying to connect with the office of the foreigners and diaspora, so they could give us some examples from the practice.
Okay. So if anyone knows someone who's there, يعني like Prof. Yasmina, Prof. Azra, you can help Jalila. You can help this team to make their connection faster so that they can get their data.
Imam neki ured diaspore ovdje kod nas, ili to ima na primjer u Njemačkoj njihov ured i tako, to nam treba.
Ima samo
Službe za posao sa strancima, poslova i vanjskih. I onda oni mogu vam dati sve informacije, na primjer, o različitim.
Koliko gdje ima naših izbjeglica i tako, to bi nam trebalo.
Ministarstvo vanjskih poslova i civilnih poslova.
Also, Ministry of Education, Prof. Azra, she can arrange same time for Aqbala team to meet Minister.
I wait answer for Ternazzi, Miss Ternazzi, but don't.
Okay, she not answer.
Call
But try, yeah. So I want Aqbala team and also Amala team to meet the minister or to meet someone.
10 September, you know.
Okay, if they are coming, but they want to meet them before, right?
Oh, yeah.
You want to meet them before, right? To collect some data. Later they can come also to the forum.
Okay.
Yeah. So, Prof. Amala, you can arrange this. Inshallah. Okay, sorry.
Our questionnaire was filled by 268 people, and the
Mashallah.
most shocking result.
And all of them from Onasana Canton?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. The most shocking answer was that more than 150 people are planning to migrate in the future.
Is this shocking for you guys?
Yes.
Is this shocking for you? Yes or no?
Yes.
La, how many can say this is shocking news?
Or you already knew that?
Agree, Amina 4. Amina sleep. Okay, sorry. Amina, sorry. Do you agree with this result? And is it a shocking result?
Yes.
Huh? It is.
Well, almost everybody you talk to plans to immigrate.
Migrate. Okay.
Do you plan to migrate? No. Okay.
Yeah. Okay. So this is really something that maybe make this team very important team. Okay. Yes.
And the one that are not planning to migrate from Bosnia are retired people, young people, old people, and
That too.
okay. And here are the answers for every question of our questionnaire. Should we present?
Just the important things that you want to link to.
What?
Any important things that you want to link to.
Okay,
Something.
age, gender, ništa, level of education, work experience. Okay, the main reasons for the migration from Bosnia and Herzegovina was to work
Abroad.
abroad, yes, and maybe unstable political situation in Bosnia.
I'm sorry to interrupt, Minella, but only to discuss with you. 65% plan to migrate in the future. From these responses, the most for work abroad. If you as a young go to work, it's difficult that you after the planning, maybe the family or something wants to come back to your country.
Yeah.
And only 20% from those want to study abroad. This is a risk factor that we want to go further without project because those people who go to study abroad, it is much
Fragile.
Yes,
Or
but
anything.
it is more possible that those
They
come
stay.
back with their knowledge and to work or to invest in Bosnia and so on. So,
So you're like 50-50. You want to mitigate it, you want to bring it to be more they come back, not they go.
yes.
And this is a good focus for your team. Now you focus on where is the area you can help Bosnia or Bihać, okay? Now those who goes outside for study, they still come back here to
Yes,
work.
we are not.
They believe that they can be job creator,
Yes,
not
yes.
job seeker.
We want maybe for young, ambitious student to go abroad,
Right.
but to remain in contact with them, then they come back with their knowledge. And another question that Minella
And this is why I'm
analyzed.
saying that it's very important to meet Ministry of Education or even Bihać Vice Rector, who we have here, Vice Rector, and whether they are going to put a plan relevant to, for example, Haris, he finished BS, okay? He want to go to Austria to finish his master or PhD, okay?
Okay.
You have the right,
Yes.
okay?
Yes.
Even for
yes,
children,
Yes.
you want to do that. But at the same time, how much Haris, he believes that he will come back. That's what it's supposed to be in the curriculum. The dean, this is the dean of the Azra,
Yes.
and Yasmina and Amala, they should have something in the curriculum that make youth really aware, and that if they come back, they make more opportunity here than.
We spoke about that activities that should do schools,
Right.
university,
Awesome.
family, friends,
Yes.
and so on. Another that Minella and Yasmina analyzed, that one of the question was about the potentials of Bosnia and Herzegovina. It is very dangerous because 33% of responses said that Bosnia and Herzegovina no resources. It is very
Wrong.
That's probably not based on knowledge. They don't
Yes.
know.
But this means that this is the perception and the.
yes.
Is weak. Okay,
Yes.
education system, whether from below university and even university. I'm not sure who was your.
And another thing that is interesting for us, 53% said that Bosnia and Herzegovina has natural resources, which is good, but only 23% said that has human resources, which it means that we don't trust
Ourselves.
ourselves.
Yes.
That is
Very good interpretation of the data.
very bad, very bad.
Yes.
And another thing.
But this is why this interpretation, we need to see it in your conclusion, inshallah.
Yes, okay.
Yeah.
Another question was examples of good practices, which is something that Dr. Mohamed Dunya wants to increase in this team. And 58% they don't heard nothing about
Successful story.
stories,
Success story.
good practices, and
And this is what you can do, all of you as a team. And you see,
Yes.
if all the teams start to show success stories and the benefit of success stories, really you are helping Bihać.
yes.
Because today, if I tell you, show me, I'm coming here to bring people from Bahrain, from
Yes.
Saudi Arabia, from Ireland, from wherever, okay? You don't know where are the success stories. But now if we start to make like a register of success stories, we can increase people who come to Bihać, not to stay in the hotel, to go to the bar, to make shisha, no, okay? They come to see, they pay more money to see success stories. And it makes a lot of difference, by the way.
And we found a lot of information, a lot of data in publications on the official website of the Ministry of Human Rights and Refugees, Bosnia and Herzegovina. But it seems that they left only.
That surface.
Yes.
They didn't go deep, I mean.
Yes.
Deep,
Yes. Another.
And this is the question I told for the quality of life. Can the quality of life impact on migration? And 97.2% said yes. So if we had the better quality of life, we
people are
should have
encouraged
a reason to
to
stay.
yes.
Yes.
And the last thing from the
By the way, but people might we might have bad quality of life, or my people they are not aware about their quality of life.
Yes, it's two
And I
types.
think you are having more of this than this. By the way, and always me and Dunya, we are used to go to many places and we observe. And we notice, by the way, your quality, and believe me, I'm not joking, your quality of life, even sometimes better than the French and the British and so on. I'm telling you, yes, no. See, how do you measure quality of life? Quality of life, one of it is choices, right? They say. The other thing is that you are managing to live with dignity. You know what living with dignity means? Means you are not asking, help me, help me. You can still manage with your minimum amount. Still you can manage to eat. Still you can manage to dress. Still you can manage to go to work, to social. Many people you will sit in the coffee shop, right? You can afford to go at least one coffee shop per week, right? In many other countries they cannot afford to do that. Okay? So there's lots of quality of life here. You can fresh air. I don't have fresh air.
Green places you have.
So you have lots of quality of life. Bringing the good things of these things. I don't have to have too much money. Maybe I have too much money, but I'm sick. Maybe I'm not enjoying weather. Okay, I don't see green. I'm fighting with my family. I'm not enjoying my life. I have bad network with my friends or and so on. Then it means there's no quality of life. So let's bring the good things of what means quality of life in this sector. Yes. Okay.
you inspired
My regards to your mother.
You inspired me now to say we have in Bosnia our famous pop, how to say, singer, Dino Merlin, which songs that sreća. Happiness is not a full bag of money.
Money, yes.
It's something that you said.
Yes, believe me, we know that now.
Yes.
We are Arabs, we know that now because we've been misled. We have so much money, but in reality we don't have happiness. So sometimes many things like this come. Yes.
And the last thing which
Why I say give me your money and then I'll be happy.
yes.
So much people say if I go in Germany or anywhere, then in the Bosnian the quality of life is the best.
Best.
Yes.
By the way, even if you put Bosnia quality, you'll see many people they mention that Bosnia is having the best quality of life. You see other report, they're saying that, okay, you're having political issue, they write like this, but also from quality of life, they say this is the best country. And you know, now today many Arabs, they come and buy houses. Why they come here? Because they feel this green, easy life, they can access many things at the same time, they can go to, so you have good quality. So focus on the good things.
Yes, and one of the good things from this questionnaire is that young people in Bosnia and Herzegovina, we ask them if they motivated to contribute to the development, and those 4 answers with their percentage was close, and young people want to work, want to volunteering, want different forms of education, want creative centers, which is good because they...
and Jalina and Professor Mina, you can benefit from this last one, huh? For you, because you are innovation and and entrepreneurship. So last one, see, already there is 37 people asking for to have more, entrepreneurship centers.
Yes, yes, yes.
Okay. So we already had and we plan to have more meetings with people who could help us.
This is, sorry, Minala, this is, I'm not a good mentor. This is from the interview with Mr. Shushnjar, which is Secretary of Chamber of Commerce, which...
Nihad.
Yes, he presented goodwill, his and the will of the Chamber of Commerce to,
Support.
yes.
Okay. Okay.
And we are planning to present on forum successful stories from our area, and here are some of the examples from people from all our canton.
This is something that we appreciate because the theme of entrepreneurship, his representative will come
Okay.
and represent his personal story, but
Okay. Excellent. Excellent.
So it's a story that can work for
Yes.
migration team
Yes.
and for
Yes,
entrepreneurship.
yes, that I
Good.
want to
Oh,
say that,
excellent.
yes.
Excellent. Okay, and by the way, we met last time with Prof. Azra. You remember Prof. Yasmina? Yani like the guy who was having steel factory, steel fabrication.
The last time.
Yes.
Yes,
Yeah.
regeneracija from Velika Vladuša.
Yeah, something like
He's
this.
Emir
He's from Austria. They live in Austria, right? You remember, Prof. Yasmina? The guy who make fabrication, steel.
Austrotem.
The factory.
We visit.
Yes.
So this guy, they are coming here. They are coming back. They are young brothers.
Austrian
You remember?
investment.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, so this also. There's lots of stories here.
So
Okay.
we saw that people are not don't know more about that
Yeah.
successful story, so we are planning to represent them on forum, and
Okay, excellent.
that's it.
Okay, excellent. Singular. What else?
What did you learn from quality of life?
Haris, I have
Then,
me and
okay.
Haris have a problem with the team, all your teams. There's no men represented in your teams, which is you need to put some men, even if you put them for show business.
We have from migration mitigation, we
You have
two
Anas.
men,
By
but
the way,
they are only
I have the same
only
problem in Bahrain, by the way.
in pictures.
Yeah.
You have Canaan, yeah. Okay, quality of life. What did you learn from this?
Well, nothing that much new, because we actually knew that this is the biggest problem here in Bihać and Bosnia in general, but how to actually use these informations, that's what I thought is really useful for our
Yes,
team.
very good
How
way
to-
of using that one.
Yes, and how to.
And if you work right, you're going to help them
Of
in
course,
another way.
yes. Yes.
And same thing, some of their questionnaire can help you also.
Yes.
Okay. Other team? Sorry.
Jalila there.
Okay, I always have to say something. I don't know, every time that I think about migration, there is one thing that maybe we should have researched. That is actually the state of the state, you know?
Yes.
Because this is a very important problem. Recently I have been speaking with some of my friends who also think of leaving, and most of them are actually afraid. They are afraid of what will be with this country, you know? Every time, every day we are hearing some information about things that aren't very, very good, you know, about the situation, about losing the identity, losing the everything. So I think that's very important. This area here is, you know, known by that, you know, that we have issues in nationality, in, I don't know. So maybe that would be good also to, I don't know, say that for you only, but now migration reminded me of that, you know. That's something that makes people leave. That's something that makes people, you know, not interested in doing something, because they always think like, what's the point? Anyway, will something happen and then again everything will be destroyed? Or I think I've heard some people who think like that. So maybe we should also research that.
Maybe trying to change the mindset, that it's not actually more important to migrate. Firstly, try to change your society, and then if it's really doesn't work, then maybe migrating and coming back. We should try and do that mindset, because we are all used to that. Like, okay,
The word
my
mindset is very important
yes,
for
yeah.
your presentation. What
Yes.
are the things?
Yeah, because we are all used to that. For example, our brothers and sisters are like migrated. They're living in another country. So that's the thing I should do too, because they are doing the same. So that's the mindset you should change.
Yeah, when even the number didn't shock you, say yes, we know that
Yeah.
everyone wants to migrate. But the thing that I didn't know about it, I think because, okay, your team is a little bit more complicated and more difficult for you. What are you thinking the project for you is going to be? I think that now Vala team, they know where's their project they want to work. The quality of life, they know where's the project. Yours is much more complicated. But here where you need to focus, okay, you have all different type of migration you spoke about. You need to focus on which type of migration you are going to focus about and then narrow it down what is going to be the project. Because otherwise, like Dr. Mohammed was saying at the beginning, in the forum you may be, they can drive you in a different way. And we can stay until tomorrow talking about the migration problems and what is it. But if you choose the project from now, it will be easier for you in the forum.
So Manila and Prof.
which
Amala.
type of migration?
Yes, you need to
Choose
go
one type and
really
one project,
very
even
focused.
if it's a small. Make
Very
it more
focused.
focused.
Yes, yeah. Okay. Yeah. Anything else? I think one of the solutions also for this team, now to find projects, Prof. Amala, is and Manila, is that you really you say your role is not to even solve the migration problem, because this is something it will take maybe 20 years to solve. Already the flow is going higher. There is attraction. There is good strong magnet in Germany, in other countries to accept you, and you are better than Arabs. You are Aryan, as I told some of you before. But to minimize, to engulf the future generation. So you'll have two plans. You have short-term plan and you have long-term plan. Short-term plan is doing success stories. We're talking about success stories, a positive, and maybe this, and how many people they did not migrate and they became successful, even though they were thinking to migrating or migrated, like your case, and came back. Okay, this is the success stories. The long term, to sit down with the Ministry of Education, Bيهاتش University, and see if there's really a curriculum that built in the mindset, the word Arabella saying, on for the youth, is that, by the way, migration is not the solution. You might be a good doctor, a good technician, a good even businessman or whatever, and living good quality of life may be better than even leaving your country. Because there is sometimes benefits, indirect benefits than money. Money is one of the benefits of life, okay? But not all the, you cannot buy health, relation, stability, feeling warmth of others and so on by money, okay? So this is where I think people need to see this thing, and I think this is where the role of you and collaboration, as you said, with quality of life team or values team. Okay? How much you can bring this into the future generation, and then to see other issues than migrating to solve the problem. Okay, if I feel I'm powerless, I will migrate. But if I have value, and I know there are many important values, maybe I will think it over. I will try 1 year, 2 years. And the more you bring yours to stay here in this country for 1, 2, 3 years after their graduation, I think the better. It means you are minimizing risk. Because now if he migrates, he's not going to migrate, but I'm just giving an example. He didn't tell me yet, he'll tell me later. Okay? But if he migrates today, okay, with his age, and he most probably he will say, well, I will not come back. Even if he failed, he will have this dignity not to come back. And unfortunately, this is what happened in these countries, in our countries. And we say, oh, why should I go back? No, khalas, I already left everything in Bosnia. Why should I go back? Okay. So there is something in the middle also, maybe think over, how to encourage people to come back. If they go outside, if they study, and this way you need to make, again, another type of long-term agreement with some ministries. Because I ask you one question, which is strange for me. You have now 1/3 of the population migrating, right? 1/3. There is no ministry for migration. Is there? The diaspora, there's no ministry.
No.
There is no ministry. We know that in Egypt and Morocco, in these countries where they have Lebanon, Syria, where they have always migrants, in South America and Europe and so on, they have ministry for migrants.
Dr.
Okay.
Mohammed, sorry. We have at the state level Ministry of Human Rights and Refugees.
But still, no, it's nothing to do with migration.
Yes, I want to say you refugees was the term, the name when during the war. But now, after 20 years, they can't.
It doesn't work. So this may be one of the things you can put a plan for it. You cannot change it yourself because it needs political decisions, but you start to talk about it. Or for example, I told you doing collaboration with, for example, I'm sure the migrants in Austria or in Germany, there is Bosnia, they meet in certain place, in one coffee shop, I'm sure.
There's a union
or
club.
there's a union club, something like this, okay? Bar, whatever, okay? And from this you can make some relation, build up also these ideas. Okay? We'll talk about it.
And maybe also migration team.
Sorry, Dr. Dumia, I want to be a little bit ironic, if you let me. As you said, it's a very serious problem. I think that our team should have 2 mentors.
Yeah. Okay, we'll discuss.
Because of the gravity of the situation.
Yeah, we're gonna have. I think people are starting to leave. Did we agree on a time, specific time, or we are late, or should we close now, or what?
Because we have another 2 teams that didn't present.
2 teams that don't present. Okay. No, but okay, we can help you on this. Don't worry. We have enough mentors.
Yeah.
We need more youth, not mentors.
And that's what I wanted to say.
Yes.
They need more youth. Yeah.
We need more youth. So I'm not sure. Bosnia does not have youth. Should we bring from Bahrain youth? Bahrain is coming. But,
Generally, all how to say category of our Bosnian and Herzegovina people are not loyal. Accountable to the country.
Yes. Or to the work, maybe I say. Maybe they are accountable to the country, but they are not accountable to the work. They will not be accountable. Then anyway, anyone who have friends who can recommend to join the migration team, please help Prof. Amela for this, okay? And of course now, mashallah,
yes.
we have a very good team leader. Also you can bring.
I have to officially thanks to Minella and to
Yasmina.
her friend Yasmina. Yes.
Which is it?
Professor Mohammed, Haris is chief of association health faculty where I dean.
Mashallah.
He is enjoy Amela.
Okay, excellent. Yeah, very good. Now, we can still bring, I think Anas, we need to bring, I want Anas to join your team. Anas, we try to bring him more to join your team. Okay, okay. And let's make it, Haris, you give us also one from your friends. What's his name, your friend, that guy he attended with us?
The thing is, he said that he's probably gonna leave the country.
To migrate.
Not a good example.
Maybe, probably.
Okay. Shall we have the? So thank you very much for this team. Shall we have next team?
He's sleeping.
While I was researching for I'm not sure how to spell it, entrepreneurship, I think I found this quote and I thought it was pretty good because it says, I strongly believe that the business is for business to improve the world, and that's basically what we are doing.
Excellent. So like what I said, like this.
For those who do this, yes.
So, entrepreneurship has traditionally been defined as the process of designing, launching, and running a new business, which typically begins as a small business, such as startup company offering a product, process or service for sale or hire. But why is it so important? Why do we have to study? So a study that we have made a couple of studies. We have studied every single high school in the Yunasana canton. It was, I think, 23 schools, as much as I know. And we studied how many of them did have entrepreneurship in their curriculum. And the result was not that satisfying. I'm gonna show you the results afterwards, and we did We studied every faculty, no matter private or public, in Bosnia and Herzegovina, the whole state. We had about 209, I think, schools, and the results weren't also satisfying. They were horrible, and I think that's something we need to work on. So,
You're gonna show us this, or we're gonna show it next time?
I have.
You're
some
gonna show us.
Yes, yes. But we have the detailed conclusions somewhere else.
Okay.
Studies that we made have shown us that a small amount of schools in general have entrepreneurship as part of their curriculum. So that's the main reason many of our citizens refuse to start their own business as much as I think, because they don't know enough about why is it important to do something for this country, to have a business, to start something. We all have ideas. We need to work on them. So these are the conclusions we made. 21.37% of the 23 schools we examined have entrepreneurship in their curriculum, which is a pretty low percentage. This is the public. These are the public schools, and it's only 11%, which is horrible. And I think we have 105 public schools, higher public schools, and to have that low percentage is pretty horrible, because we need to do something about that. And
We
these
are not asking whether there is a curriculum which is effective or not. There is nothing in the curriculum.
yes, we
That's
don't
stage
know
one.
about that. It was a bit surprising to me that the private schools have a higher percentage than the public schools, but as you said, we're not sure what are they doing, even if they are doing it. That's on the list, and that's what we did. We basically examined the list of the curriculum of every single school that we had to, and that's the conclusion we made. So that's it for today. That's my presentation. I think it needs a lot of work, to be honest, but I got some inspiration from all of these, so I think we're gonna do it better.
That's not all from our group, because two of us, we met maybe a few days ago.
Okay.
So all the documents могу so that's why we made two presentations.
Excellent.
She made this part of our work, and I made a survey problem. I mean, not problem, but
This is the purpose why we asked to meet you today, but to make sure that you start now to work as one team, all the teams also, not only the same. But we need to meet you, Amina and Haris, in our office, in Pavilion. Okay? Seriously, they want to meet you the next 2 weeks, so that we can help you more. Okay? Of course, I know Prof. Yasmin is busy and so on, but at least we meet 3 times with you. Even if they cannot come, Prof. Yasmin or Dalila, still we meet you so that we can help you too.
Okay, no problem. We'll stay in contact. So. So we named our survey entrepreneurship among young people in Bosnia and Herzegovina. As we can see, more female did attend this survey.
How much was?
The sample size?
Sample size.
105 of
105, okay.
7
Okay.
Around 110, something like that.
Okay.
So 63%.
You need to put the number.
Okay, I'm
and
sorry,
the
I
date.
didn't know that.
Yes.
I will put. So 63% of females did attend this survey. Most of them are 25 to 35 years old. No. 18 to 24 years old. Then 25 to 35. 0% of them are less than high school graduated. Most of them are studying in universities, and later, following them are master's degree students. So also we found there was a 1% of people who are already who finished trade or craft. They finished that. 23.23% of people that we asked are employed in someone else's factory, but also 18% of them are already looking for a job. Doesn't matter did they finish high schools or universities, they are looking for a job. And we asked also, did they ever think about starting their own businesses? Most of them says that they want. We also asked them, did they take any lessons about entrepreneurship? So as you can see, most of them didn't take any of lessons. And we also asked them, did they or would they apply for a financial support for starting their own businesses? Most of them says that they're about to apply, but only 2% of them says that they already used that kind of resources. We asked them, do they feel that they are willing to take risks in order to succeed in business world? They say that they would take that amount of risk to start their own businesses. We also asked them what do they consider to be the biggest obstacle to start their businesses and success in the business world. Most of them found financial resources for starting business as the biggest obstacle for starting their jobs. But the last one they found as the biggest obstacle is finding the right partner to cooperate with. That's it.
Okay. Excellent, very good. We are approaching it from different ways. يعني from Amina's did I think that's good. يعني Amina, I think she did Professor Mina. We did the indicators, right? Amina did what we call it indicator. Means they're going to see the curriculum. Maybe it's also learning for you. And they also can do this, by the way, in your team. You go and see the curriculum. Does the curriculum in the school or university address NGO like the same as they did here? Okay. Same thing for values, same thing for migration. Okay, and so on. This one issue because curriculum is very important. The effect really it's like something that can hit us, very strong. The second thing is about the survey of what you did with Haris, which is also I think yes. I think this you need to do another questionnaire, okay, or interview up to you, Professor Mina,
or focus
where
group.
you make focus group or bring focus group and sit down with them for maybe here this right. Maybe from high school, Akbala can arrange for you from others, and discuss with them what they feel why they cannot be job creators, or why they are not thinking the job working as entrepreneur is job. They think working as an entrepreneur is only exception. No, the exception today is that you work for a job like you. You and me, all of us who's working in university, we are tight hands. We think we are professor, we have to work in the university. Okay, but for them they have now the sky is the limit. They can work, they can do many things. So this is what you need to discuss in this focus group. Okay, so maybe you need to do focus group, that's for sure. The other thing is that what I was commenting to Amina, in having curriculum available, even I can go dig deeper and say, okay, if the curriculum is available, let's say in School of Economics, okay, how many of School of Economics they produce job creators, students? It's supposed to be the best school that produce job creators, the School of Economics, right? Because they are teaching economy, entrepreneurship, management, and so on. How many of these are really graduates? So get this number. And I believe you'll see it also low. Because they are not taught, they are only taught, for example, even I teach class innovation and entrepreneurship for master and for fourth year. And most of my students, they think that they are attending a class only to know what it means entrepreneurship, what means innovation. They are not willing to do a work or a project. Okay? And this is, I think, the problem in such countries. So I think that you should ask this question about effectiveness and so on of this thing. This is my comments on Madri. Any other comments? Other teams? Value team can work a lot with this team because, by the way, if people are not persistent, they're not being raised to be persistent. You know what means persistent?
Yes.
And what is yes, okay. Yani even if they fail, they will get up. Even till the end. If people are not trained in this, their mindset, like Arabella was saying, then always you'll have this problem of entrepreneurship spirit is not available in this country. People will not be proactive. They will not be outgoing. They will not be, try to solve problem before it happens. They will say, wait till they see the problem happen, then they start to cry or run away. Okay? And we have this in our country like this also. Okay. So that's my comment.
Okay, I think it's good, and maybe some of the comments will be the same that we've said for other groups. Like, for example, we need to see more what is your project here is. I mean, again, maybe you want to take one of the projects, for example, NGOs who work with entrepreneurship and building them, for example, Nahla, or in the university or any other places. So you need to choose, because entrepreneurship, again, it's a big and wide thing like migration. You can be used in different things, but be focused in which type of entrepreneurship and what is going to be your project.
So we need to meet you more. I mean, Haris. Yeah, and again, in the next few days. Why we are doing this now today? Because we know what is the team, where is your level, and I can say you have done a good job, but still you have lots of things to do. Okay, so let's meet more.
Which time should we meet?
Because
I'm gonna stay just for this night, and I need to go home because I'm not from Bihać.
But you when you can come back? Tomorrow, after tomorrow? You don't have time.
I'm gonna be tomorrow here till 4 because I have a class.
Okay, morning. We can arrange meeting.
Yeah, morning.
Yeah, we can meet you still
after 11. Yeah.
Poduzetništvo kod žena, na primjer, i ona je, radili su neka istraživanja, oni su rekli da su žene koje preko 35 godina najpoduzetnije, zato što su rekli, zato što imaju najviše iskustva, najviše, možda ispitati tu.
So you are doing good, but we need you to be more focused. So I think at least 2 meetings, we need 2 to 3 meetings. We need each meeting will be 1 hour or something like this, and you go work for 2 days and then come back. So that by 9, inshallah, you'll be more ready. You'll feel that you're more confident to lead, because this team is very important. This is I call it, this team is the train that will pull the main train tank that will pull the full train. Okay. If this team is not working properly, other teams will fall down. Okay. So we need to meet more, inshallah. Okay. And she will join you, inshallah.
In Amela's questionnaire, we saw that our youth have kako bi rekla za volju za kreativnošću and
strong will.
Strong will,
yes.
Yes.
See, so all the teams now is giving us same results. All whatever we are perceiving about youth is totally different than reality. Youth have will to do. But we don't know how to take them there, and we don't know how to communicate with them. And they don't feel they are empowered. And these projects, we want to make them, they are the leaders, they are the empowered. For that I was saying, I want to see Iqbala, Amina, Arabella, Amina 4, Haris, you are controlling the forum. Only we are helping you. Okay? The more you show this, next forum you can run it with confidence. And third forum will be people coming to learn from you. We're saying, oh, I want to meet Akhbar. Akhbar say, no time, I don't have time.
I think generally our youth aren't lazy. They want to do something.
But they want a chance, maybe.
Yes. They want a chance and they fed up with the system.
System, yes.
They don't trust you, sorry, not you, okay? you as elderly or us or even, okay? And they don't trust the system, which is the whole system. So what is the easiest thing to do? To migrate. They think that there is better system.
Yes.
This is what they are looking for. And this is
Because we don't give them a chance.
yes, trust.
To
Trust.
like that you give them a chance to
They call
show
it,
us
you know,
how
why
good they are.
did you go on an airplane and they told you this airplane is not ready to fly and you'll fly? They tell you this plane have maybe a loose screw. Will you fly in that airplane?
No.
Okay, they will not fly. Why? Because there is no trust. They call it any airplane fly. They give it certificate. You know, every airplane. They call it trustworthiness. Means that there is trust in the system. They don't trust the system. How we can build this trust in the system? By making them do more projects. That's the idea. Okay. Yeah. Okay. That's the last team, inshallah, and then we'll let you all go. So last but not least, value team. Thank you very much for this team.
Ja sam Sanida Karasalihović-Adilom, ovo je Selma Čenanović i naša mentorica Zineta Horozović.
Can put slideshow.
Naša...
Slideshow.
Our theme, naša tema je, teško je kombinirati dva jezika, naša tema je vrijednosti i etika mladih. Ovdje smo na ovoj ilustraciji slici smo predstavili sliku jednog grada, i stanje jednog naroda koji ne radi na sebi i koji nema etičke i vrijednosti, a na drugoj strani kroz rad, odabir, šansu i smo dobili ovako zelenu stranu ovog. Jeste, dobili smo promjenu. Ovdje smo na ovoj slici isto predstavili metode kojima smo se mi koristili, ako Bog da cijelo naše društvo, da bi došlo do ove zelene strane. Tu su nabrani, kao što vidite, te
one koje su bile osnovne od početka. Ovako, to je sad istraživanje koje smo radili, dakle mi smo već imali jednu anketu. Istraživanje koje smo dobili, odnosno možda je bila jedna pogreška u samom pravljenju te ankete, konstruisanju toga. Mi smo se bazirali na više personalna pitanja. Pitanja su bila tipa prvo religije, praktikovanje religije općenito. Dotakli smo se i naravno multikulturalizma i šta smo mi to naučili od svojih roditelja. Dobili smo poprilično široke odgovore. Prvi se ticao, na primjer, što smo imali jedan paradoks, a to je da su odgovorili svi da prakticiraju vjeru, što zapravo i ne može biti baš tako mjerodavan pokazatelj našeg društva u kojem se nalazimo. Ovdje trenutno istraživanje koje možemo vidjeti je religija. Anketu su popunjavali uglavnom pripadnici islamske vjeroispovijesti i pitanje da li je vaša porodica utjecala na vaše etičke vrijednosti. Uglavnom su svi odgovorili sa da, što je zapravo bio jedan paradoks u našem istraživanju. U jednom pitanju prije, postavili smo pitanje da li vaše vjersko opredjeljenje zavisi od vaših roditelja, oni su svi uglavnom odgovorili na jedan paradoks. Profesor nam je skrenuo pažnju na naše istraživanje, gdje zapravo se u našem timu uglavnom su djevojke sa hidžabom, onako više smo bazirani na religiju, što to ne mora da znači to uopšte u ovom slučaju nije mjerodavno zato što je etika ne zavisi samo od religije. Naprimjer, možda u našem slučaju etika zavisi od religije, međutim u svim ostalim slučajevima to apsolutno ne znači. Mi smo se u našim sljedećim istraživanjima, mi ćemo kasnije govoriti, u našim anketama dotakli zapravo teme da ono što mogu popunjavati pripadnici drugih religija, ateisti ili bilo kako da se neko deklariše. Pitanje također multikulturalnosti i level multikulturalnosti u našem društvu, a mislim da je to veoma važno. Tu smo dobili jako pozitivne rezultate, što znači 90 od 120 ispitanika odgovorili su da mi jesmo multikulturalan narod, simbioza nakon rata i tako pokazuje da koliko toliko u nekim segmentima mi jesmo zapravo takvi i level multikulturalizma. Zapravo mi smo imali ponuđene odgovore da li mi poštujemo, samo poštujemo te druge ljude, tu smo imali najveći odnosno 66 odgovora je bilo tako. Oni su moji prijatelji i mogu da živim s njima su bili onako manje i što je veoma pozitivno za ovo istraživanje da je bila samo jedna osoba od svih tih ispitanika koja je rekla da su zapravo oni naši neprijatelji, što je neprijatelj slučaj.
Mi smo bili pripremili jedan video i još jedan glumačka, jednu pantomimu i još jedan eksperiment sa rižom koji je naša mentorica provela prije ne znam koliko već vremena, 4 godine, ja? Ali evo profesor kaže da we haven't enough time for this experiment and act, or will we do it?
I think no time, no. I'm not sure if people...
Okay, možemo samo sa rižom. Experiment tries, we can...
Explain.
Just say the brief of it.
Profesor smo je upoznali s tim. Okej. Kaže da...
Ništa
Ne kaže da je skečova. Jedino, evo može možda dok ja pustim ovo što nam treba, može ukratko samo ispričati šta je s rižom.
Evo ako da je eksperiment s rižom, on se usko veže zapravo s našom temom. Šta se radi o tome jest da je istraživanje jednog japanskog naučnika da je voda zapravo živa i da ona ima utjecaj riječi, da ona može osjetiti emocije. Ukoliko je ona bila izložena određenim emocijama neko vrijeme, tako je naša mentorica odradila sa rižom eksperiment gdje je bilo da je prvoj kuhanoj riži ispoljavala određenu emociju u različitim vremenskim intervalima, gdje je, na primjer, riža u kojoj je govorene riječi zahvalnosti i dalje i dan danas možemo vidjeti da ona nije baš previše promijenila svoj oblik, dok, na primjer, riječ zahvalnosti ili ljubavi i slično, što je zagovarao taj japanski naučnik, a što se tiče, na primjer, riža kojoj je bila ispoljavana mržnja ili još gore riječi, ne vrijediš ništa i slično, ona je nakon 3 dana već počela da mijenja svoju boju, a možete vidjeti i nakon 4 godine kako ta riža izgleda zapravo. Na primjer, ovo je riža ili čak naša mentorica htjela da pokaže ljubav u ime Boga koja se pokaže da ona čak još više od obične zahvalnosti prema ljudima, pa onda možete vidjeti ovo je znači riža, ljubav u ime Allah, kako ona izgleda i nakon 4 godine.
Da, love in the name of Allah.
Name of Allah.
Dok, na primjer, ovo je bilo u istom vremenskom periodu, ovo je riža kojom je bila izražena...
Jel za 3 dana, Zineta? Za 3 dana, for 3 days, rice...
koja je bila ispoljavana emocija mržnje.
Kako to izgleda? Šta se radi?
Znači, Zineta je čuva, Zineta možda ti da ovo što nismo baš najbolji.
Znači, ovo je za diplomski rad, to je već prije 4 godine kod profesora Mirsa Brelaša koji je bio monitor. Znači, na osnovu priče o ljubavi i zahvalnosti htjela sam samo reći da u stvari postoji nešto jače od toga. Svakako da treba ljubav i zahvalnost međusobno među ljudima, ali ćemo ići korak dalje ako to bude prvenstveno zbog Boga, pa onda da se to spusti u taj međusobni odnos. Tako da smo kroz tu rižu u stvari dokazali da Ljubav i zahvalnost je svakako bila pozitivna. Nakon 2 mjeseca, tu ima i prezentacija, nemamo vremena za nju. Čak i nakon 2 mjeseca, znači potpuno je bila bijela riža ova sa spomenutim Božjim imenom, dok je recimo samo pozitivna emocija ipak pokazala određeno žutilo. Danas je to već malo upečatljivije, s tim da se ipak osjeti znači razne pozitivne skroz emocije u odnosu na pozitivne emocije zajedno sa Bogom. One su daleko najbolje. Dok recimo mržnja ne vrijediš ništa i čak sam imala jednu bocu na koju nisam stavila nikakvu poruku u smislu da znači mi često ljude zaboravljamo, često ljude pustimo da se sami snalaze. Ta riža je pokazala čak gore rezultate od ove riže koja ima mržnju i vrijediš ništa, odnosno negativnu emociju. Znači ona je pod pritiskom čak pukla, evo vi možete meni vjerovati ili ne, znači u to vrijeme su sve te boce imaju slike. Na osnovu fotografije se uvijek može vidjeti koliko je slika doista stara. Znači, ona je pod pritiskom pukla. Ta zanemarena pozitivnim i negativnim emocijama, bez emocije spajanja sa Bogom. To je otprilike taj eksperiment. Ja mislim da se on uklapa u values, samo što to treba sad profesor objasniti. Ne mora ovo biti striktno vezano za naš tim, možemo to nekako izložiti. Sad, ja znam da je diskutabilno to što piše ljubav ima Allaha, ali mislim da se to može nekako.
A ti samo kuhanu rižu stavila?
Ja sam znači potpuno bila izlagana tim emocijama, tako što je govoreno mrzim.
Znači mi smo svaki dan znači hladna riža, to je jako bitno, nije hermetički zatvorena, potpuno hladna riža koja je bila u tim bocama. Mi smo znači izražavali tu emociju dahom jer je to važno zato što pola litre vode svaki dan izađe na dah, to je ta unutrašnja voda i ta emocija koju šalje ta voda, znači uvijek je priča o vodi. I znači eto nakon svega 2 mjeseca već su bili jako uočljivi rezultata. Evo mi se treba poslije sve pitati koliko nama riža inače stoji kada skuhamo u nekim drugim uvjetima, znači koliko je utjecaj ta emocija u tu rižu.
Okay.
Na vodu.
Just give me a summary. What you were saying, what you were trying to say about this. But you are trying to do like a play, right, or a game, so that people will learn from it values, right? That's what you're saying.
It was one workshop with rice. We want to show people how emotions can
affect
on people. In this case, it's with water and rice, and that is.
Okay, excellent. But again, you need still. This will be part of the presentation, the forum. You have done a good job, and you did the first questionnaire. But you need now to go for the second questionnaire, which is yes. So inshallah, we need to sit down with you. I think you have done a good job, especially I met Sunaida only about 4 days ago or 5 days ago, and I know Salma, you've been also recently joining Zanetta. This is a new team. We know that this side. So we thank you for the presentation. The data you have collected are already good, but remember, values, as Dunya was saying also, is very large and very confusing. Every one of us have his own value.
Even more than
I
migration.
tell you what, your value is different than mine. Everyone has different. So now, how can we make yours believe in a specific value that is more of need? And this is what we're gonna work with you when we meet you more. Okay? Okay. So thank you very much. We'll not make like this. You will not to wait.
Thank you.
Okay.
Like this.
Yeah. But she said this is like for the deaf, because Dunya, she trained them. Like this, you say?
Yeah.
Like this. So,
For people with
what
visual
we want-
impairment.
What we learn from all the teams is that we need to meet, especially the last 3 teams, entrepreneurship, values, and migration. I think values especially more, maybe at least 3 to 4 meetings, Sunaida, okay? Then also the entrepreneurship team, and then the migration team, so that we can really bring the data to the minimum of what is expected in the forum. We want to go to the forum, all of us ready and with one spirit, okay? Because people are coming to learn inspiration economy. Now we start to raise the expectation. She see, I think, Prof. Yasmina and Prof. Azra, the last forum, and now we've been better than the one before, and so on. This forum, people are expecting more. For that, all of those coming from Bahrain, they are more consultants. Maybe 80% of them are there experts, and they want to learn what is happening, why this is becoming more popular, and so on. Okay. So inshallah, through you, they will learn a lot by doing it. And besides, And then you want to get from them, not only teaching them, you want to get from them more information. So the more you are ready, the more you do you get ready, this the next 9 days, the better you'll go to the forum, you'll feel confident in what you are doing. Because as I told you, there will be different people coming from different backgrounds. In order to control them, you need to really lead them to one point, not to go too many points. Okay? And this is why we need to meet more. Okay, inshallah. Me and Dunya, we are ready, as I told you, from tomorrow to meet any one of you. Just make appointment with us or through Amina one and also Arabella. If you cannot find us, and we will meet you inshallah any place. Okay. Thank you very much for coming and for all this day. I wanted to take a group photo, even though some of you left. This will take a group photo to remember. So maybe you can stay in the same staircase, and I think